Oh, as YouTube. So today I was watching the Pirates preseason. I was watching their preseason, and I was trying to look at their signings and how they gonna look like next season. I mean, I can't help but say, in as much as they won that match, but I'm disappointed. I'm very much disappointed in them. You would expect after Orlando Pirates, they got the financial muscle they got from last season. They were gonna buy players that are ready. Understand? Not really. Not. I'm not really saying it's bad for them to promote players and to buy the players they've bought, but they've made a lot of mistakes, and I think those mistakes that they made are gonna cost them when it comes to their season that is coming. You get what I mean? Um, last season, last season Orlando Pirates they went out early in the CAF Champions League, which was very disappointing, and it was not a nice thing to happen. You understand? This season, what they did is they didn't improve. Number one, because when I saw Orlando Pirates preseason before that went to Spain last season, I mean that team was the proper team. It was a promising team. Understand? Everyone was even happy with how they played. Understand? And everything. Now they still have a problem. Understand? Still have not strengthen their areas. Understand? They think the biggest mistake they made was to let go of Mabasa because they still don't have a striker. That because Mabasa already had some CAF Champions League experience. Number one, number two, he can score. He can find spaces. I think he's the best striker in the league. I think before Leon arrived, you understand, he was the best, and then they let him go. You understand, that was the biggest mistake they made, and I think it's gonna cost them coming to the season. And they bought players that are still need time, but some of them they're good. I mean, they've good players, but they haven't bought quality players. They bought promising players. Understand? And the problem with promising players is they're good. I mean, you're gonna get big back when you sell them, but they're not gonna take you far when it comes to CAF Champions League. You understand? I mean, one thing, okay, I can give them on is their midfield. They made a mistake also in their midfield because their midfield has a lot of quality players. You understand? They have a lot of quality players, but where will all of them play? Understand? Where will all of them play? Because I think that's where their strength is. Where will all of them play? Because what you want is in that midfield, you want Nduli and Bata to play consistently. Understand? Why do you want them to play consistently? Is because you are building a system around them. Understand? Because they are the heart of the team, basically. Understand? But they won't do it because I mean they are known for what they do is of rotating players, of always experimenting and all of that. You understand? That's what they do. Understand? Of which if you do that, then the CAF Champions League you might forget. You understand? I mean, in okay, let me in Mamelodi Sundowns, you knew their starting midfield is, but that does not mean later on in the game they cannot change. You understand? That's why they won the CAF Champions League because they understand the system. You understand? They have to build the system. You understand? And I mean, they haven't strengthened their system, man. I said this before that their system still is not strengthened. It's not still not strengthened. They still need a lot of work in their system because even with their wingers, you understand, Moremi, you understand, if they were buying wingers, they were supposed to buy wingers of the profile of Moremi, understand, because Moremi worked, understand. So now they needed to strengthen their wingers because they've lost a winger slash playmaker, but now they didn't. You understand? The players they bought are not of similar profile and as Muremi, because Muremi is a pacey player. You understand? His biggest strength is the pace. You understand? He's fast, he can run. So if you are buying a winger as Pirates, you have to buy a speedy winger, and they didn't buy speedy wingers, and they don't have a striker even now. Understand? The back four is still leaking. I mean, they have a back four, but understand, if you're gonna play uh for for cups or for competitions, you need a replacement winger. Because now, what if Siema, for example, what if Siema is not ready to play? That is maybe he get a suspension on a quarter final. Yeah, CAF Champions League. At least you need to have two options, as to say these are the two options that I really trust that can cover for this player, because players they bought, understand, and the back four, understand. I think the Rapu on the other side. I mean, he's still, but we all know Rapu is quality that side. I mean, Hoto is still hot, understand. But the length of the center backs, understand, they needed to reinforce the center back, and they needed to find a center back with the profile of something that they don't have, understand, which is a traditional center back, which is big and strong, and they didn't buy that. You understand? That's another department that still needed reinforcement, but they still didn't reinforce the wingers. They still need a lot of speedy wingers. You understand? Moremi last season, he could come and change the game for Orlando Pirates. Why? Because he has pace. He can get behind defenders. He can even score from long distance. So he scored the other day on the preseason. You understand? Because he has pace. He's very easy. If when it comes to physicality, he's there. You understand? Similar profile to Nkota. Nkota was the one that was performing well in the CAF Champions League. Why? Because he has pace. He's very fast. You understand? Now the wingers they bought, I don't think they of that profile. You understand? And the style of play of Pirates now is their style of play. They play with they want to play fast football. You understand? They don't combine a lot. They play with counter attacks. Understand? So if you're gonna play with counter attacks, you need a fast striker as well. Understand? If you're gonna buy a striker, you need to find a striker that is very quick. And the strikers that they do have, they're not that quick. You understand? They're not that quick. Understand? There's the average. I don't see them scoring at least 15 goals a season. Understand? And you need a striker that's gonna score 15 goals a season. When it comes to also the number 10 position, the number 10 position is still of question. Understand? It is still under questions. Understand? Because the number 10s they have, understand, in as much as they are very much good. Understand? Abo Tito, Abo this guy Clamini, they are good. Understand? But when it comes to playing off the ball, I mean, they're not as good when it comes to playing off the ball, and they can't score the same goals as Riley was scoring. You understand? Because now, the reason why Paris was doing so well was because Riley used to score. Understand? As a number 10, he even scored better than the striker, and a number 10 that scores better than the striker is not good. You understand? That guy scored more goals. The striker didn't even score. The strikers, all of them, they didn't combine. They didn't even score half the goals he scored. I mean, how do you not see that as a problem? You continue. You don't see that as a problem. I mean, we are so ambitious. We thought that the Pirates are so ambitious and they want to play the CAF Champions League. And I said they want to go as far as semi-finals. But now I don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening, honestly. You understand? Their system still need a lot of work. Their system still needs a lot of work. Understand? I mean, if you are sorted in the department, your midfield, understand? I think that's the heart of the team. they are sorted there, understand? But they keep on buying more players to play where in that position, understand? They keep buying more because they have Nduli, they have Bata,